Welcome to How to Solve.
Hey guys, have you noticed this past few months there are a lot of impressive AI applications that are really showcasing any subject or any art style, copying them and using some really good fine tuned models? So, today we're going to be talking about how these people are making this AI generated images look so real. Let's go. Well, 4 months later, people somehow made everything look so much better. From the extreme realism, where the images just look like real people. Like this one, without even the fake image glow that the other AI will create, or illustrations that are so much more coherent and stylistic, making most of the ways that people suggested on how to identify AI. I just want to also put a disclaimer on this video that this does go down in the Kelly Valley of Mind, where there is gonna be even more art. By the way, disclaimer on this video that this go down in the Kelly Valley of Mind, where there's gonna be more art style copying and potential for deep fake images while everything is still improving over time. I am still trying to figure out how I feel about all these, but I also think everyone else deserves to learn about this because this is a technological advance that we inevitably have to face, whether we like it or not. To quote, AI will not replace you, a person using AI will. And this is soon gonna be the world that we live in, so maybe getting a better understanding of how everything works so you don't get left behind is pretty important to. Anyways, to get to this level of generated realism or illustration, as Rome wasn't built in the day, we have to go back and start from the ideas of Dream Booth and Find Two models, which I mentioned in a previous video. Check it out if you haven't, since Dreamboot is good at learning literally anything with a very small amount of data. People started using Dreamboot to fine tune on an art style, or also an object which makes fine tuning on the original Saber diffusion model. It's kind of obsolete because it takes so much more images training time and computational costs to do something like that, and it's something that is just only slightly better. So some people in the community got really creative and started merging Dream Boot and other fine-tuned models together and discovered that, oh, this actually works surprisingly. Well, that pretty much started the whole new wave of merging models together to create something that will contain the best parts of the merged models. However, merging models was not really an easy or a new concept. It existed pretty early on, but because it is much more complicated than training or fine tuning, since you are just directly messing with the weights within the model, people don't really use it when Dream Boot just came out and made everything so easy. But as time passed, the more trial and error research was able to be made, so that good merges began to emerge around the middle of January. It actually became popular ever since, and there is a really good explanation of how different types of merging works. I'll just give a very simple explanation. The classic merging works basically by adding or calculating the differences between the weights so that the combined model would uniformly share the key features that each of them has. While blocking merging is another type of merging which allows you to specify a particular layer of the model so that it gives you a lot more fine control on what features you want to lock or some features you want to delete. So merging is extremely useful as some part of the layers is pretty much equivalent to an abstract feature such as hands. So merging a model that is good at generating hands with another that is not pretty much guaranteed their baby model will be able to generate good hands features. So now, since we can merge models together, however we want then and there is no stopping from merging a merged model with another merged model. And that is to create a merged model that is used to merge with another model. So basically, a mix is born in some of the most popular mixes. They will include mixed recipes, which will tell you how they have merged a variety of different models to get to something that can generate details you will not be able to achieve with fine tuning. And there are mixes such as the orange mixes, which is one of the most popular illustration mix collections, which you can try out. But here comes Laura, a new approach released 2 months after a Dream Boot. It was actually originally made with the purpose to reduce the storage in the time of fine tuning large language models. But some people actually saw its potential and it was implemented into Sable Diffusion, which goal is to create something even more phenomenal than Dream Boot. To give you an idea on how LoRa works, usually any fine tuning or Dream Boot would literally take your 7 GB model and fine tune the entire GB model. But instead, LoRa insert new layers into the architecture and uses those few layers to learn the goal of your fine tune. Functionally, it is very similar to textual inversion, so you can train a trigger forward with the subject for the AI to learn how it looks like. Then LoRa can regenerate the idea or the object with the accuracy much better than textual inversion. Why? Because it has a much deeper influence in the model. Even though its size is slightly larger than textual inversion, it is still much smaller than a fine-tuned Dream Boost model. LoRa also has some very clear maths backing it up on. That's why it really works. So if you want to learn more about it, we also have a video for technical explanation and comparison with all of the other methods. Things starts to get weirder here though. Some big brain individuals somehow figured out how to merge LoRa together with merged models. So you can merge LoRa with the model and merge it again with another LoRa and vice versa. So some really stylistic art began to pop out where it resembles nothing like your typical AI generated art. Also, the progress made in text generated AI is either made by the weebs or by the horny people in real life. Text generated images are what impressed and worried me at the same time. Worried me the most because if you can remember any text to image results on a human, they all have this weird artificial glow or textures which you can instantly recognize that it's an AI generated image. But with these mixes on top of LoRa, people have found out the perfect combo that will make the generation look extremely real to the point that I had to double take when I first came across them. The mixes are actually based on some really sinister or unholy models, so I'll not be linking anything about it since it violates YouTube's term of condition, but the safer work results are mind blowing. The only dead giveaways of it being AI generator are either the clothing patterns or the accessories. However, the face, the autonomy of the lighting, the shading, the reflection, it is really scary how real all this look. People would just probably need to figure out a merge to improve this, like the buttons, hands, or even the text, and it could really fool people easily. Maybe the next job that's going to be replaced are probably the cosplayers and the Instagram stars, or the internet will be saturated with fake AI generated celebrities that appeal to your personal likings. And if and if you also incorporate control net, you will gain so much more control by generating all these AIs. The precision that you'll be able to generate is gonna change the digital media landscape. It is also completely possible to fine tune this extreme realism models with LoRa to a specific person, which in this case can be potentially as dangerous as a deep fake while being so much more effortless to generate once a model of them exists. Comparing the amount of hours you need to defeat a brand new video versus 6 minutes training of LoRa with your face and anyone that obtains the model, you will be able to generate anything with your face on it. Infinitely. The future is going to be extremely worrying and terrifying. So yeah, that's it. That's actually how real AI generated images have become.
Please like and subscribe for more content. We'll see you in the next one.